Right now, we're just living in a period where we're collecting lots of information about how we live our lives, and we're all interconnected at a truly different level than we have been in the past. So with collecting all this data, we have insights about the ways that we're living our lives, and we're also collecting just kind of rich patterns and high-level observations about what we're doing, as well as granular observations. So it just creates a really rich context for creating art that's both visually stimulating and also revealing about the ways that we live our lives. The tree at DLD was inspired by the idea of patterns that connect. So it's a bit more of a formal, it's actually very open to interpretation. It's kind of this idea of opposites and getting people to think about what they think an opposite of something is. So it really kind of reveals more about your perception and your kind of interpretation of that idea. So it's really kind of just an abstract experiment. The entire project, Exquisite Forest, is really an experiment in how people self-organize and how people collaborate to create something new. Chris and I met at a conference several years ago, and it's kind of been a perfect fusion. He comes from a filmmaker background, and I'm more of a technology art background. So I think our skill sets complement each other well. The first project we did, the Johnny Cash project, has been kind of one of my favorite collaborations, where his artistry and filmmaking kind of really shines through all of the collaboration through this technology medium. So it's been kind of, it's nice because we generally have many of the same opinions, but we also have a very different approach. So I think we can supplement each other well. I kind of see the web browser as my medium right now. So it's a great way to deploy artwork to the masses, where they don't have to download something to their computer, but instantly can access and participate in new types of art forms. So there's a lot of new web technologies that are coming out. WebGL is hardware accelerated graphics in the web browser. Things like WebRTC, which allow browsers to talk to each other directly and not having to go through a server. It's kind of peer-to-peer, but for the masses. It's really exciting. I think I tend to be a techno-optimist, so I think there's lots of amazing opportunity that comes from connecting people across countries and across traditional barriers. There's definitely some anxieties that I have about the power of people to bully and team up against, and generally I think it really comes down to transparency and misinformation. I think well-educated masses are a great thing, and when masses are deceived, there can be problems. I think that's what we've been experimenting with, is kind of the way that one's ownership and the way that one's understanding of their involvement in a larger system changes the creative output. One thing is, it seems clear that if people can really take pride and ownership over at least their contribution, you end up with a much better result. And when you can give kind of a credit list or even escalate the quality of work that people are participating in, they build off of each other and things can be great. And things can also quickly devolve in the same form. If people aren't feeling ownership, or somebody started down a trajectory that's not particularly intriguing, it'll generally devolve as well. So what I see is a lot of accelerated momentum, whichever trajectory it's headed. Yeah.